Ayumi, thank you very much for joining us today. Where can I start to describe you? Founder, CEO, global connector, world citizen, mother, all those amazing things.
Yeah.
What was the motivation behind the creation of Women in Tech?
Women in Tech was obviously to try to bridge this gender gap in technology. I created about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when I first came to Web Summit, in fact. And we did hear a lot about gender problems, gender equality in the technology industry. There was a Women in Tech Lounge, for instance, in Web Summit. And that's where I was really confronted to the problems. I didn't know the statistics, even though I felt there was a difference. There was some kind of discrimination in technology for the gender balance. But I didn't really know the figures. And when I found out the figures, I said, gee, let's do something about it. So I started to look for what organizations and associations around the world existed that were doing things. And I didn't find any that was very inclusive that in the world level. Lots of people talked about it, but it was mostly marketing, right? They were saying about creating awareness about the subject, saying what was going on, but there were no actions behind it. So as I learned from a very early age that we need to take actions to solve problems, so I said, so what can I do? What's being done? And that was the reason why I created Women in Tech, so we can really take actions to try and bridge the gender gap and not only talk about it and not use it only from marketing level. Right?
And how would you describe the impact of Women in Tech so far?
I think it's amazing because we've had a lot of feedback, positive feedback already. So we have thousands of members in over 60 countries. So I think we had this huge success. Why? Because people and women are waiting for it. They wanted to be part of this community. They wanted to try and take action together, feel that they belong to a network, belong to a cause that's higher and unites us all in a very global level. So I think that was a huge impact in that means. And also because we have little victories every day. We have, the first thing I did was with a friend, we decided to offer a coding camp for 50 women from around the world.
All right.
So we had about 200 applications, and so we had to choose 50 women. And how did we choose it? Because we wanted people really from different countries, from different ages, from different ethnicities. So finally we had 50 women from 35 countries. The youngest was 14 years old and the oldest, she was 60.
All right.
Because diversity is also age. That's a very big taboo about old people getting into tech, but I think we have to show them that there's no age to start something that we love.
And what is your secret to bring so many people, communities and networks together around this mission?
I think I have a passion and a vision. And so when we have the passion and our vision is very clear about what the mission is of Women in Tech, which is to bridge this gender gap, to empower women and to try and give girls and women means to embrace technology. I think when that is clear, and because we put a lot of positive energy and we choose well the people that will support us and be ambassadors, I think people, they know where you're going to.
Yeah.
So they join you.
Definitely.
If we can kind of be inspired, if we can inspire them in somehow, then it's easier for them to support you and to join you to the journey.
Definitely.
So I think that's what the reason is all about.
And where do you see Women in Tech in 3 years?
I see chapters all over the world, and I think doing real programs, because now we're trying to do the programs as we can because of the financial means we don't have any. We are a non-profit, so we only do work with volunteers. We have no grants. It's a huge struggle, the financial part, I must say. I have to be very open about it. So we can't. We hoped we could do more, like huge programs and empowering in so many different ways. But for that, we need finance, and for the moment, we don't. So obviously, I think the more we be visible and the more we are present all over the countries, in many countries, then we're going to be able to have more support from companies and from the governments. And in that way, we're going to be able to together make something more impactful, to have like real things.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Ayumi.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.